The Cavaliers have a serious issue that they learned about last night in their close loss to the Indiana Pacers. They may not have realized it till just now. They may have been fooled until just now, but they have an issue that they will take with them into the playoffs. Hey everybody, Billy BB back with you on Cavs Digest. A weird one for the Cavaliers last night. That 1 seed is sealed up. They're resting guys, and yet there were still things to learn and take in for a Cavs team, a throwaway game against the Pacers. For a Pacers team, another game they need to get closer and closer in the Eastern Conference as they look forward to a play-in spot, or a playoff spot, that is. So, still some things to take away from that game. Cavs Digest booming just as the Cavs. It's kind of come together perfectly. So if you haven't subscribed, if you're not giving your thoughts in the comments, part of this community that's talking and exchanging ideas back and forth about the Cavaliers, giving thoughts, whatnot, be sure to do so. When the playoffs come, it'll be great to have the group that we have, over 2,000 subscribers, talking about what they think from what I've said or what they've said to each other, what the Cavs are doing. Always great. So subscribe, drop down into the comments. For the Cavaliers last night, they fall to the Indiana Pacers. 114-112 was the final there. I got to highlight our main man, Kenny Atkinson, ejected in this one, tossed out, got in that argument over the Tristan Thompson shove as he was going up there, and Atkinson really got into it. This is the first thing we're going to start with before we get to I guess it not a problem, but it's something we learned from this game. Atkinson is going to back up every single player on this team. Tristan, end of the bench Thompson at this point in his career, a vibes guy, closer to being a media member than a player at this point. He's literally been a media member. Now he jumps in as a player. Finally gets time last night. He gets 20 minutes of playing time. He had 7 points and 12 rebounds. And what Kenny Atkinson thought was sort of a hard foul, he jumped in and he sort of, got involved in it. And stuck up for TT and got involved and went overboard, honestly. In a game like this, again, throwaway for the Cavs. Still some things to learn there, but a throwaway for the Cavs. And the Pacers playing their starters, trying to win so they can maybe build some momentum for the playoffs and or get a better spot in the playoffs. So I agree with what Danny Cunningham said there. You had a moment to show you support every guy on the bench. You want to talk to every guy on the bench and give them equal value, make them feel great about what they mean to you as a coach. Tristan Thompson, and not just the player themselves, but Darius Garland sees Kenny Atkinson sticking up for Tristan Thompson. And if anything, for these guys, it's a laugh, right? The coach is getting ejected in a game that doesn't really matter. I think it's got a certain charm and a certain humor to it. So, again, shout out Kenny Atkinson. That was an entertaining part of a game that shouldn't be entertaining or interesting, and yet you go to watch or you go to check that final score or the highlights and you see Kenny Atkinson getting hauled out in a tough situation early, and the Cavs, man, they battled and they fought, and that was his point after. He really didn't want to talk much about getting thrown out, but Atkinson, that was a storyline there. So interesting stuff. Now, for the rest of it, I think we realized last night the Cavaliers are not as deep roster-wise as we thought. Okay? Now, guys played who we expected, and some guys, and other guys played and they didn't play how we expected at all, and it may have taught Cavs fans, it may have taught Kenny Atkinson, Koby Altman, whoever wants to say, possibly this team is not as deep as we thought they were. These final 3 games beginning last night, now you get the Knicks tomorrow night, and then the Pacers again. Exciting to see some of these guys get more minutes, and we're off to a tough start. We may be learning slowly here that guys are not the players we thought they were and can't give what we thought they were, can't play with starters the way we thought they could. This is a serious situation for the Cavaliers, who we've talked about many times. The problem is this team is not as deep as we thought they were. And maybe that's to a light level, but an extreme level, I don't know. But we'll start with Jarrett Allen. Why is Jarrett Allen playing? Right? No Mobley, no Garland, no Mitchell. 3 players resting out of the core 4. Why is Jarrett Allen playing? I will tell you why Jarrett Allen is playing. You don't have a big that can fill that time. You have Tristan Thompson. He played 20 minutes. That's probably too much for him at this point in his career because you can't go from playing 0 minutes to 20 minutes all of a sudden. And they don't have another big to fill that slot, as I have complained about time and time again this season. Blame Koby Altman if you want. Maybe blame Kenny Atkinson. I don't know. Jarrett Allen, and again, Jarrett Allen only played 16 minutes in this game. Did not need to play. No reason Jarrett Allen should be playing at this point in the season for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Not sure if he'll play going forward. I don't know if I read that they may just keep him. And you know what? Maybe they know something like he has to play to stay in shape and keep his body. I don't know. Jarrett Allen shouldn't be playing at this point in the season. You just don't have the bigs to fill that slot. So I think we learned there we're not that deep. Tough one for Jalen Tyson. We'd seen some really good things for him this season that made you think maybe he could benefit a little bit at points in the playoffs. Maybe. Or just in general towards the end of the season. But man, a tough game for the first round pick. He only got 8 minutes. He was 0 of 4, and he was a -9, including missing the game-winning shots. I don't know how you go from only 8 minutes to all of a sudden getting the ball at the end of this one. And again, maybe that's him holding the ball. Tough one for Jalen Tyson. We'd seen some good things. I was hopeful down this stretch he'll look good. Still 2 games to do so, but man, tough one last night. And again, a -9. A couple other guys. Javonte Green. We'd seen some good things from. I thought, man, this is a good opportunity to get him going. Javonte Green was a -14 last night. Not the lengthy defender 3-and-D wing we hoped for. He's 1 of 3 from 3, 0 of 1 from the field, 3 points and 2 rebounds. Just not good enough in a game where he could have really, really been highlighted. And again, he and Jalen Tyson, not great. Tyson a -9, Javonte Green a -14. The last one, and a surpriser, because he played so much last year, Craig Porter Jr. This was the exact type of play Craig Porter Jr. should shine in, right? Again, not great. A -13 on the plus-minus. He did have 16 points, 7 of 17 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3. Probably should have got the last shot, honestly, but man, really upsetting from those 3 guys specifically. Just because you thought they'd benefit, Jalen Tyson especially, thought this could have been a minute uptick, or you prove yourself now in the next 2 games. Again, read into this how you want. If you say, hey, the team's set, these guys don't matter, these situations don't matter, I understand. It's a valid argument. However, guys that should have stepped up and played well and done the most with their minutes and had their opportunities did not do so. Probably proving those guys aren't playable in the playoffs, possibly. I think the Cavaliers are seeing they don't have the depth. Hopefully, Koby Altman can finally see, hey, if I have to play Jarrett Allen to the bitter end of a regular season because I don't have another big, and that notes we didn't see Chuma Okeke, as it's clear he's probably more of a wing than a big man. That's a problem that the Cavaliers need to solve. Can't necessarily solve it now. Your roster's full. Maybe next season. Give me your thoughts. Am I overreacting to this? Is this not a giant problem? Or did this surprise you too? The Cavaliers don't have the depth we thought they did. More coming for the Cavs in their final regular season and the playoffs here on Cavs Digest.